Yo, what up, guys?
Hey,
We got the
what's
Bolt
up?
Bros here, and I'm gonna let them actually do their introduction just to be able to bring them in because they're the part of the Dirty Birds. You know what I'm saying? They got the birds in the background there, right behind John. You got
That's
Mike, got
right.
that fire sweater, by the way.
hmm
Looking
hmm
good, dude.
Tis the
Looking
season.
good. Yeah, that's a
Tis the
fire actually.
season. It's the out of your Falcon mind, boys. We in the building with the broke bows. I just want to start this off. I'm blown away at the intro. I'm blown away at
Yeah.
the lead up. At the lead up was epic. So I know the show gonna be good. I'm excited to be here.
All
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us,
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks, Mike.
we're
Thanks, John. Yeah.
we're hyped to have you guys on the show, man. And we're excited about this game this weekend, man. Because I'll tell you what. It's kind of funny. I was kind of reflecting about both of these franchises, and I feel like some ways or another were very similar in a lot of historically, like good games and bad games and highs and lows. And it's just
Yeah.
kind of an interesting comparison of these franchises. I don't know if you guys seem to agree that with that for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I
No,
seem to agree. The only difference is I think we will win by like 50 or 60 on Sunday. So that's the only difference, in my opinion, buddy. I think we win by like 50, 60 points.
Oh
yeah.
man.
I
I don't
mean,
know I don't know if that's the right channel to talk about that way, but yeah,
yeah.
we can go with that, guys. We can go with that.
Shoot.
You
We'll
about
see
to
how
make
it goes.
my whole screen go black?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it'll
Yeah,
just be
let
me.
me just hover over this
Yeah,
mute
see?
button right now. Yeah. Man, I
Oh
mean, if it's
man.
anything like the freaking Jaguars game and then the Seahawks game, like you ain't lying though, like we in heat right now. I tell you that much, right? So
Yeah, because I
so
mean, we've and just to kind of chat with you guys just a little bit. And actually, I want you guys to plug your channel a little bit further and everything. Talk about you guys, your history, and everything before we really jump into things. So, Mike or John, I'm not sure which one you want to jump into on that.
Yeah, man.
I'll let John take that
So
one.
that's cool. Yeah. So our channel's Out of Your Falcon Mind. Obviously, we cover the
Love
the
the name.
Falcons. Yeah, I mean that was all Mike. When we started it, I was like, dude, we gotta come up with a good name. And then that
Yeah,
was the first one he texted me. I was like,
best.
that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
we're
Perfect.
done.
We're done. So so we went with that one. And now Mike and I, we've been best friends for shit, man. Probably was this 12 years now,
12
13
years,
years,
yeah.
something like that. We met worked together at the same spot. He just moved down from DC and he grew up a Falcons fan because of the guy that he's wearing on his sweater right now.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
Man.
so and we just got to talking, man, and for every Sunday for 10 years we'd call, text every time and every day, and then eventually we're like, dude, we should just start a podcast and see if it takes and see what happens, and see if we started about a year ago, and I mean it's actually taking off pretty well. So I mean, we're doing pretty good with it, and we enjoy doing it, which is more important. I mean, we have a blast talking every week, like with you guys. I mean, talking with the list, the guys that get on with the live stream and comment and everything. So we have a blast with it. So
Yeah, man. And that's the thing, man. For us, and I don't know if Kyle gave you too much of a background about us and the Bolt Bros and such. And I mean, we basically been Charger fans our whole life since we've ever known about football. I mean, Kyle and I were both born in San Diego. My older brother, his first NFL game was against what was it? What game did he talk about? It was a game out in San Diego.
I think it was
Yeah, I
against the Steelers. I think he said.
Steelers or something like that, and he just basically fell in love. And that was back in the 80s and everything too. And
yeah.
it's just, man, we got a long history with this team. And I mean, every Sunday comes, we all are sitting there on that chat thread talking about the game, like,
Oh yeah.
oh, this is looking good. And then guess what? In the end, we end up crying because they end up hurting our feelings again. And
Oh, I know.
find a way to lose.
Dude, you're speaking our
Look,
language, buddy. Yeah, I
we
mean,
always say
we've got the ultimate low with the Super Bowl. I mean, so I don't even. It's not even. I
it's
mean,
like dating a stripper, is what we like to say. Like, you're gonna get hurt, but you do it anyway. Like,
That's
it's
right.
like dating a stripper. But I have to say this, man. I respect you guys so much because I think that we had a cool name, and I think that you guys got a cool ass name. And I respect his shades he got on and your jersey you got on, man.
Yo,
You guys are
Yeah.
the best dressed duo.
we'll
See,
throw
oh,
on
look,
the
he got him
Oh, I
too.
love
See,
it.
man,
Love
I'm
it.
in
Love
heaven
it.
right now, man, because you
Yeah.
guys are just like us. So
Yeah.
I love it.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
man.
good. No, like
100%.
you guys
man.
got good vibes. I've been watching you guys a little bit, because like I do a little bit of opposition research, I always call it. And so like I'm like, oh, okay, like these guys know what they're talking about. I like their vibe and they got good stuff going on. So yeah, you're right. So yeah, like we chilling, So
Yeah, man. We love it, dude. We love it, guys. And you guys are East Coast dirty birds over there, and then we're the West Coast kind of version, I feel, of each other. We tend to have those painful games too. And this year, and just kind of give you a small recap of us and what we've done. I mean, we are 4-3, but we've been blown out for 2 of those 3 losses, and Jaguars and then the Seahawks. So it's been kind of an odd season because we've, even to say, going back to the Browns game and going to your game last weekend against the Panthers, very, very similar type games in a way, where we basically had a 4th down, which we call our 4th and Staley type calls, where it just kind of was a real weird call to make. They ended up missing a field goal for allowing us to win that game. And it was a really weird thing, but Brandon Staley loves kind of making those risky kind of plays. Right. And then for you guys last week, man, that was a game.
Look, man, I experienced every human emotion within a 10-minute span. Like I couldn't even I was, my dog ran out of the room. My wife thought I was insane. I mean, because I was when the Hail Mary happened, Mike and I both talked about it. We were just dead silent. I just stared at the screen like, you got to be shitting me. Like, this is really happening again. And
to be honest, was again is how we feel, by the way. That throw was
absolutely.
It was a throw of the year.
Yeah, even Arthur Smith. Yeah, Arthur Smith after the game said he didn't think the ball was going to get there. And it was an amazing throw. And then then dude takes off his helmet. We get the penalty. Backs up. Kicks a 48-yarder, misses it. I'm like, oh yes, And then we throw the pick in overtime. Like, oh shit. And then he misses a field goal again. I'm like, oh hell yeah. So I was like, dude, it was insane. It was just not the way you want to win a game. But hey, I mean, we were, according to everybody, everywhere, we were going to win 2 games this year and had the worst roster in the league. So to be 4-4, hey, we're playing with house money right now. Yeah, right. I mean,
and here's what I want to ask you guys. Speaking of that, we had a expectation of the floor. The whole league was saying that we were going to be trash, and so if we win 4 games, I'm thinking Super Bowl. I'm calling for the Super Bowl.
Of course, you got to,
right. But how are you guys feeling? Because we all thought, even here, we thought the Chargers are going to be a problem for every man. Herbert is the man to everybody. Even if you're not a Chargers fan, everybody know that's the man. And then you got Keenan, and then you got Austin. How are you guys feeling right now? Because we all thought that you guys would be just pummeling people at this point.
Insane.
So how is your fan base and you guys feeling?
You want to take that, Kyle?
Well, we gutted. That's how we feeling right now. It's
okay.
Yeah. Honestly, on paper before the season, our team was just freaking lights out. We had Bosa, we got Mac, we got JC Jackson, we had Keenan, we got Mike Williams locked down. We have Slater, all that stuff and all those people I just listed are out. Basically,
right? That's true.
Except for Khalil Mack, So it's all of our star players that we paid millions of dollars for are basically just out or they're injured in some way, and so we were just So we've basically been playing with our second stringers all year, and we're still 4-3, which is actually that says a lot, about our the grittiness of our team and stuff, and so. But I mean, going to the games and seeing all these all our fans, I mean, for the most part, we all just have a good time on the tailgate. We ain't trying to be hooting or and hollering and saying that we're gonna go Super Bowl so much, But we just let's just have a good time on the tailgate, whatever, because the tailgate never loses, So
undefeated,
yeah, that's right,
undefeated.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing because, I mean, like Kyle said, we came into this being whoa, this team we've never seen a team like this. And we've never seen our owner ever pay for this many type of players and bringing in this kind of talent. You got your JC Jackson in there, which, man, hope he gets better next season. I mean, a patellar tendon is not easy to come back from, by the way.
Yeah.
That's harsh. And so, Then we got Bash, Sebastian Joseph Day. We put up Austin Johnson because last season we sucked against the run, and we're like, hey, these are two big guys that are going to do great against the run. And, you know, obviously our offense, we're like, yo, top 5 again. We're going to even be better this year, blah, 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 blah. Man, it's just like it's gone the opposite direction for us. And it's kind of regressed in some ways. But what's ironic about it, though, is that 7 games into last year with the team that Brandon Staley inherited from Anthony Lynn, like, we're the same record. We're at 4-3 after 7 games. But
I wouldn't have thought that. Oh, all right.
Weird to think about. Like, so we kind of are like, all right, we're floundering, but at the same side, we're kind of regressing in a weird way where we're starting to kind of dip down in production, especially offensively, whereas a lot of play calls kind of an issue. We just feel stagnant, not really trying to get the momentum going with the team. I mean, I think we've only scored like 17 points in the first quarter throughout the year so far. It just seems like we don't start well. We always start in a deficit. With the last 3 games, we've started with 17, 14, and 10-point deficits immediately from the first quarter. So we always have to find a way to get back. And so it's just been this big issue of just trying to find a rhythm early. And we've been finding ways to dig ourselves into a deeper hole quickly. And throws off the game, man. And then we get all these injuries and everything. I mean, crazy stat. Mike Williams and Keenan Allen have only had 13 snaps on field together all season. And once again, Keenan Allen.
Insane.
It's insane, man. And so it's like, and so even to say that, like, Keenan Allen sounds like he might not even play this weekend, which once again, we're like, yo, man, like his hammy still ain't even good. So it's like, it's frustrating to see that kind of stuff. But, you know, there's a saying with the Chargers be chargering. And we are charging right now.
We last week you would have seen everybody say, "Well, look, man, they really want a Falcon again." I mean, that's us. Yeah, Falcon. You falconed, you know. So
right.
So, luckily, the Panthers just panthered instead of him, so we got
exactly.
Exactly.
But I've been seeing a lot of like preparing for this show, like a lot of Chargers fans and like podcasts. It seemed like Lombardi is just not a big fan of or not a big favorite for anybody right now.
Yeah, no, you ain't said the half of it, man. Like, you know, like actually, it's so funny. Actually, I made a video where it was I haven't released it. I don't know if I will because it's too good looking.
Kyle got a diss track. He got a whole diss track. Drop it yet?
I don't know about that. Yeah,
TMZ.
It's too hot. It's too hot. Well, basically, I put Lombardi's face on Jon Snow for Game of Thrones, and like and it's where he's getting stabbed a bunch of times. You know, it's like this.
Classic
and
Game of Thrones.
It's too good. And honestly, it looks like it actually belongs in the show. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I should put this one out there. You know, like,
that's hilarious, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, we looking at going back to like kind of how we are, like Mike said, we had really no expectation. You know, we knew the roster was going to be better. Like, and everybody, that's what kind of floored us because they were like the worst roster. We're like, man, well, we got better at worst wide receiver. We got better. Kyle Pitts one more year. We know Matty left. I mean, to go, which on like we see now. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's him or what's going on with Indianapolis, but that was definitely like he had a terrible start to his season.
Sure.
And then, you know, some upgrades on defense. AJ Terrell coming back, which by the way, he's out this week. So I mean, you guys are missing your top 2 receivers. We're going to be missing our top 2 corners. Yeah. So it's going to be the battle of the number 2s this Sunday, man. But
unreal.
I mean, I mean, we kind of knew the culture that Arthur was trying to build here. So that was exciting for us because it was like he came in and he didn't give a damn about your contract, about how long you've been here. It was just like, what are you going to do on the field? How are you going to perform in practice? Are you going to be, you're going to buy in? And I mean, he saw that with Deion Jones. He sent packing to Cleveland. He just traded Calvin Ridley, which I know he's suspended. But you know, we got possibly a 2nd rounder and a 5th rounder for Ridley. I mean, if he, you know, meets some different criteria for that. So I mean, it's been cool to watch, man, from us because, like, you know, Mike, of course, is the ultimate optimist and was like, we're winning a division. We're going to win a division.
That's right.
And everybody was like, hell no. Even I was like, no, dude, we're going to get maybe.
They said I was out of my Falcon mind.
That's right.
Yeah, I said, like,
And we number
maybe,
one in the division, baby. You gotta love it.
Take it.
yeah,
Right.
Take
yeah. And
it.
Take
I
it.
said, and I said maybe 7-8 wins tops. That was my guess. So, yeah. I mean, we like I said, we're kind of playing with house money, so it was which is good and bad, because also when you start winning, the fan base's expectation kind of goes up a little bit more.
Yeah.
100%.
So, because we're like, honestly, we're in the second year of just a teardown. So, like, we expected, like, this year was going to be kind of rough. Mariota's the quarterback, kind of a bridge guy for Ritter, possibly. Not going to. We'll see what happens there. And then next year, then we're going to have like $90 million to spend. Because I think we broke our record this year for the highest dead cap in the history of NFL.
Wow. Yeah.
So, like, for what Terry Fontenot and what Arthur Smith has done is building the team we have, man, is like speaks
Awesome.
more. Like, yeah, it's crazy, because for what they had to spend, we should be terrible. So they've done a good job with what they what they were given. So
Yeah.
That's killer to see, man. And it's awesome to be able to see that your team finds a way to be able to put a good product on the field. Because I definitely put that Mariota being at the helm, and I'm not saying Matt Ryan was that much better in my opinion. I mean, Matt Ryan, to me, and you guys have obviously had him for his majority of his career. Yeah. To me, I've always said that he's kind of an outdated quarterback in the way that the new school quarterback is. I mean, he's not.
100%.
He's a very, very stagnant guy behind the line. And then at least the thing with like Mariota, he could play a little bit of RPO involved in him. He's got a little bit more legs. He can move the ball around a little bit because, a lot of legs.
More.
Dude, got a pretty good running back situation though too. And Tyler Algier is, and I guess we'll kind of jump into your guys' offense more or less. Yeah. Tyler Algier was a guy that we loved to be able to talk about, and we wanted to be able to get for the Chargers, just as another depth guy, because we've had a lot of issues with RB2, haven't really found that solid guy. Cordell Patterson was one of those guys that I really would love to have on my team, because he's a great X factor type player. Yeah. As long as the system can support his style of play, he'll be highly effective. Like last year, he was a stud for you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't talk a little bit more about your guys' offense and everything like that. And
I want to say this. I do not like Marcus Mariota. I always say this, like he's if plain white toast. If you was really hungry, you just get a piece of plain white toast. How hungry do you have to be to eat this, right? Yeah. But the one thing I will give him is I love Matt Ryan, but one thing is we were playing a game and it was 3rd and 13. And I just figured, well, we not. And the man took off and he got the first down. And that alone is something we haven't seen. If you are an Atlanta Falcon fan, I'm like, what is happening? That alone, the boy Wills alone, is just, I believe he's not lucid. I just believe he don't look lucid on the field. He look like he in La La Land sometimes with his decisions. Right. I am not a fan, but I will say this. If we run the ball like we run the ball, as long as he plays competent, we win the game. Competent, that we don't need you to do anything extra, just be competent. We usually win the game. So it's impressive. And the way we run the ball has been, man, to have an Atlanta Falcon running game is just, to even say that, it's just like I'm speaking German. It feels good to say. Like I haven't been able to say that since Michael Turner. Michael Turner. A long time ago.
Extra as well.
Sure. Yeah.
So it just feels good, man. It's a whole new energy. But like I said, we wasn't supposed to win no games. I was the only one saying Super Bowl and NFC. Everybody else was saying, nah, we win 2-3 games max. So like even this has the whole city buzzing. It feels real good, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, and like our offense, I mean, so like Mike said, the run, we were close to dead last year in the run game. I mean, it was Matt throwing 40 times a game, 50 times a game. That's how that was every game. And so this year, the run blocking is our offensive line can run block their ass off. Now, when it comes to pass protection, if it's a true drop back, we got problems. I mean, like the pocket collapses damn near immediately. So that's when the RPO comes in. And so in last week, he actually was throwing out of the RPO, which previous weeks it was almost a run every time. So I mean, in fact, the against the Bengals and against now he had a great game against San Francisco, but he only threw the ball 14 times, and threw the ball, was it Mike 15 times the week after that against the Bengals? And we were down by 3 scores. So everybody was freaking out like, dude, like, what are we doing here? We're down by 3 scores and we're still dinking and dunking and running the ball. You know, do we really not trust him enough to just like try to get it downfield because we got to come back here, you know, type of thing. Right. But yeah, I mean, that's the one we talked about earlier on our show. Like, if our key to win this Sunday is really to control the ball and control the clock and not allow Justin to beat us, because when we get to the defense, we'll talk about it. But like our you know, Burrow and those trio of badass receivers, like that was a terrible matchup for us. We lost AJ. Yeah, we lost AJ during that game. Casey Hayward was already down. We lost Jalen Hawkins that game. We were down 3 of our starting secondary in that game against, you know, ridiculous receivers. So I mean, it was rough. But that's what worries us about the Chargers, because Herbert's obviously a better than average quarterback, you know, even with probably, you know, number 2 wide receivers, you know, that type of thing. But like, he did throw the ball more last week. He threw it 28 times last week against the Panthers, mainly because he had to at the end of the game. We had no choice. But yeah, I mean, but he is getting, like Mike said, he started off really shaky earlier this season, but he's gotten more confident. He's gotten more, it looks like, more comfortable. He hadn't started really in 2 years. You know, he sat behind Derek Carr last year. So it's just been like, you know, he even said after, I think, my 3rd or 4th game, that he had to knock a lot of rust off and try to really get something, you know, so. Can you guys see me still?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Something came up. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, he said that everything was, you know, kind of getting back to where he was getting comfortable and confident again. So, and we've seen that. I mean, he looks like he's making more. You know, he's getting Kyle Pitts involved, which that every fan in Atlanta was like, dude, you have Kyle Pitts, who's a unicorn. You've got Drake London, who's a 6'5" monster. Like, why are you not using them? You know, like you gotta get these guys involved. So he's finally doing that. So it's all kind of trending in the right direction. We get Cordell Patterson back this week. He says he's about 90%. So we'll see how that translates. Because like you said, Tyler Algier, I love Tyler too, man. Like that when we did like a draft, like went through each position before the draft, and Tyler's the guy I wanted for the Falcons, and he was the only pick that I got right that we actually got.
Awesome. That's for all of us, you know.
Yeah, right, exactly. And so I was ecstatic to get him, because like watching this film, you know, great pass catcher out of the backfield, runs angry. And I'll say that about all of our backs, man. They all downhill runners. Caleb Huntley, Atlanta guy from Ball State, came out of nowhere really. And like this year, I mean, I think he went over 100. And just, I mean, just they're just angry runners, man. They finish strong, like all of them do. And CP is just another animal. Like he when he gets the ball, he's almost at top speed. Like it's crazy. Like that, how much, and I think that's kind of his return self kind of, you know, showing up in that. But I mean, that's pretty much our offense in a nutshell.
Man, you know, and the thing about it is that if you guys run the ball on us pretty heavily, which I expect that a lot this weekend. We have had this issue of allowing big plays to happen, and we've been trying to find a way to be able to stop these massive 71-yard runs or whatever it might be. I mean, that's what ends up killing us. If you guys probably, in my opinion, and if your guys is Arthur Smith watching this show, I guess I'm going to give him a tip. Just run the ball on us. Bottom line, just keep drilling the ball on us, because you'll find a way to crack a couple of them on us. And we've had that as a big issue for us. Our stats, I think, are saying one thing, but really it boils down to almost like 1 to 2 plays a game that just completely destroys us. And so that's kind of our big thing here too. So like, if you guys run the ball and you guys have the players, I mean, Cordell Patterson, obviously he's an X factor type player that could really move that ball through the air or through the run. Tyler Algier, definitely you could do that.
Right.
You know, and even to say Marcus Mariota, I feel like he's got some legs on him. He can move around quite a bit. So if you guys end up doing that, it's going to be a long day for us, but it'll be a good day for you guys.
Man, I will let him know. I will let Arthur know, and Arthur Blank, as soon as we go on the podcast. Whatever tips you guys have, I will email, and they won't read it, but I feel good that I sent it. So listen, I have to ask this, because like I don't speak to Charger fans because we weigh in a whole nother. I just want to know this for Kyle and James. I got a personal question. Your all-time favorite Charger is who?
So I'll dig back to my youth time when we went to the Super Bowl was Natron Means.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Oh, you went way back.
That was my
people don't
first
even know who that is. Yeah.
What a beast of a running back. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
man,
don't even know who that is. Please,
Yep.
if you don't know who that is, Google it.
Oh, he was the man. Just a
Good
straight bowling ball. And like
That's
the
a good
guy
one.
would just
Damn, I
run
forgot
people
about it.
over. He was my first Chargers jersey and number 20, man. So Natron was my man. I've always been a big fan of running backs, and most people always say LaDainian Tomlinson, which absolutely was an absolute stud. But I'm digging in the crates here, guys.
Yeah, I love it though.
Yeah.
I like
Natron
James.
was my man.
Yeah, Kyle, what you say?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm going back that same time. Junior Seau.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, love it.
Yeah.
Beast.
He's such a beast. I mean, a lot of people will definitely know him.
Yeah.
He played for a lot of years. I'm still a little salty that he actually didn't win the Super Bowl when he was with the Patriots that one year, the undefeated year. So yeah, but then again, it also felt nice that that Brady didn't win again. That
Thank you,
exactly.
buddy.
That one.
Yeah. But no, man. Like Junior Seau was like one of my favorite people because he was just always out there. Like he was a straight up ball hawk as a linebacker. So
yeah. And he ran 100% on every play. No matter what the play was, he went all out.
Every play, man.
Yeah. I like Rodney Harrison, man. He's my all-time. I love Rodney Harrison.
Rodney.
Yeah.
I like he was the man.
Yeah, Rodney was the man.
Oh, yeah. And then John, who you got?
You have to pick a Charger, buddy. Your all-time favorite Charger.
Me?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta say LT then. If I'm gonna, I'll be
LT, there it is.
Yeah, easy, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
He's the worst broadcaster I've ever heard. He sound like he reading when he calling. He be like, and then he ran in for a touchdown, and I'm like, I love LT, but stop, please do something.
Don't do that. That ain't for you, LT.
No, there's definitely some times I'm like, bro, just like you good. You just like you're an amazing football player, but broadcasting,
love him. Great answer, man. I love it.
I was a season ticket holder in San Diego when LT was the man there, and it was such an interesting feeling with him because when he got the ball, like everybody was at the edge of their seat because they were expecting him to just rip one, and that guy was just a unique talent, man. And it's sad that he never got to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's one of those players that, jeez, man, he should have got to the Super Bowl and at least experienced that. And
he looked the coolest, man, with the visor on, man. LT looked like he came for business every game.
Yep. Look good, feel good, play good. I think that was Jerry Rice, all right?
That was prime time. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, look good.
I won't allow you to give Jerry Rice credit for what Dion's words, buddy. I won't allow it.
All right, my bad. I was thinking a Niner for some reason. I was like, Jerry Rice? No, I don't know, but I think he preaches that at Jackson State now, too, doesn't he?
That he does. Yep.
Man. That's what I'm talking about, man. He's a legend, absolute legend. Well, you guys want to chat about your guys' defense? Tell me about your defense these days.
Well,
I don't know what you speak of, sir. I don't speak whatever. I
mean, that's something we can skip over that. We were having fun talking about the offense.
Grady Jarrett. I just say Grady Jarrett, but John,
I mean, obviously, Grady Jarrett is the guy that Grady looks like he's 22 years old again. Like this year, he's looking amazing this year, and it's mainly because he's finally got a running mate next to him and Taquan Graham, which we've been asking for years. Like it's been basically just Grady by himself, and so it's easy for offensive lines to go, okay, let's just double Grady, and then we'll take care of whoever else is on there. So the fact that he's playing the way he is out of his mind. I mean, y'all probably saw the Brady sack that got flagged that was ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just retarded. So, but yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of young guys. We got, I don't know if y'all have seen Troy Anderson play or not.
Sure.
The kid was a quarterback, a running back, and a linebacker at Montana State.
Yeah. And
Crazy.
I remember looking at him in the draft process, and I was thinking, man,
animal.
He's an animal.
We were at the last preseason game down on the field, and dude, this guy is 6'4", 240 pounds, runs a 4.4, like hair on fire, nonstop. So I mean, and he's damn near blocked about 3 or 4 punts this year. Like he comes through. It's impressive. But Yeah, but we play with when AJ went down. That hurt. AJ Terrell, obviously our best corner. You know, one of the best in the best in the NFL went down. He's not going to be out there this week. Probably not going to be next week either. So we're looking at, and Casey Hayward's probably going to be out for the season, which I'm sure y'all are familiar with from the Raiders days.
Yep.
So, and then we will get we will get Jalen Hawkins back. But overall, man, it's been a lot of too deep cover 2 zone, which is what Burrow ate us up on, which is, you know, the biggest problem with that is the Falcons' biggest problem for a long time has been pass rush. Like our last best pass rusher was probably John Abraham.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how far we got back to find like a good edge rusher. So we've got Lorenzo Carter on one side. We've got the rookie Arnold Ebiketie on one side, which is looking really good. He's promising, but he's a rookie. But man, we're going like, if we don't get pressure with our front 4, then the quarterback like Justin or Burrow or whatever can eat you alive. And that's been our problem. That was the problem during the Bengals game. You know, we just could not pressure him enough, and he's just chopping us up all down the field. You know, so that's our biggest concern really going into Sunday is if we don't get pressure on Justin, I don't care who's catching the ball. He's going to find somebody because I mean we're depleted in the secondary, and you know it's our key every week. And it's funny because Arthur, not to go back to the offense real quick, but like for the most part, Arthur runs the ball. He wants to run the ball nonstop. That's his thing. Like he loves running the ball, but he sometimes, and Michael will attest to this, a few times he tries to like outthink himself. And we're like, dude, like, no, what are you doing? Just do what's been working.
That you think that I think that you thinking that I'm thinking that you thinking, and we lose the game.
Right. And so it's like, dude, just do what's been working, man. Like you ain't got to get crazy here and do something stupid. So I think he's learning because we've seen less of that this year than we did last year. Because, you know, second year head coach, you know, you're going to have your bumps and bruises. You're going to learn. But so that's kind of been the deal with him. If he sticks to that type of game plan where we chew up a lot of clock and we don't give Justin a lot of possessions, then sure, we're in good shape. But I mean, that's, you know, I think we have the 32nd pass defense in the league. So I mean, like, you know, it's not, it kind of is what like it is what it is. Yeah. And also a crazy stat on the offense. We have, I think we have 30th in pass attempts and 2nd in rush attempts. Zero balance whatsoever.
No balance.
I mean, it's
crazy.
It's crazy to see stuff like that. But I mean, there's some identities of teams. That's what they want to do. Like the Browns basically are like, run first, run. We'll keep running and tire you out. And it works for them. I mean, they got a great O-line to be able to back up that run game. I mean, you know, Jacoby Brissett so far, he's doing okay. I mean, he blew out, you know, the Bengals recently, which that threw me off.
He really is playing good, buddy.
Yeah, it tripped me out. Like he's actually doing okay. I mean, and just to think if they do get Watson back, like, could they make a run? Like, could they make a run if they stay in it? You know, and there's a big pack of just a lot of teams right now, just kind of just being at that 4-3, 4-4 kind of area. You just stay in that zone. You know, keep trucking along, dude. You never know. But I was gonna get back to you guys on your defense too, and like how you guys have to get after Justin. And I mean, with us. When Justin got his rib cartilage injury week 2, you know, it was such a man. I'll give you a exact situation of what happened and how he's laying on the ground and he's all hurt. And I'm like, oh man, week 2, is this really about to happen? Justin Herbert's out. Like this is not good. And then he ended up trying to get up and he tried to like run for that first down and he could have ran, but then he just threw the ball on the ground and we're like, oh, this dude is toast. We are toast, guys. And then next play, what does he do? Have a straight laser to DeAndre Carter catch, amazing catch. And we're like, yo, he's back all of a sudden. How did that happen? So from that game and since that game, and then actually to end that drive, he ended up getting that touchdown in the back end to Joshua Palmer, I believe it was. Since that game, we have not seen like that same Justin Herbert. It's been this like real small dink and dunk kind of situation for us. Our O-line has done really well for us, even with the injuries of Rashawn Slater being out, one of the best left tackles in the league. Sucks. But then we ended up having a Georgia boy, by the way, Jamari Sawyer.
Man, I wanted
become
him.
Our left tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, dude is actually ranked as the highest ranked rookie lineman in the league right now. And we got him in the 5th round. Crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
And so he's playing left tackle for us and doing great right now. And then we got Zion Johnson, right guard, who's been doing phenomenal for us too. He finally got his first couple penalties last game for the season. So he's been a really diligent player for us. And then Trey Pipkin has been our right tackle, which has been a blessing, because if you guys see Storm Norton come out there as one of our offensive linemen, strategy is
on
attack
the right
him.
side.
Attack him.
Oh,
yep. Just go there.
Write that down. I'm giving you guys tips here. Okay?
I'm telling you, I'm sending all this in an email. He will not read it, but I got to do my due diligence.
Do it.
I'll be nice and give one to Brandon Staley. So, our left guard Elijah Wilkinson didn't practice today and we don't know what reason. Arthur just said that was something he's been dealing with for a while now. So we don't know what that is. The problem was Matt Hennessy, who is our backup center, who is not good, was taking snaps at left guard today. So if Matt Hennessy starts at left guard,
attack him.
There you go.
But
I can't lay it out any easier for you.
James just detailed y'all a drive play-by-play from week 2. If you don't think the Bolt Brothers is a serious podcast, you out your Falcon mind, buddy. He just detailed a drive that was from week 2. Play-by-play. You got from he wasn't reading nothing or nothing. He did that off his head.
All the top of the head, dude, man. And because that was like, I remember the commentators being just like, boom, jumping out of the seats after that one, because I did the same exact thing too. I was like, what did I just see? This guy is a Terminator.
Is he still hurt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's not going to be listed on any injury reports and stuff like that, but that injury does not heal well at all, you know. So like,
it takes 6 months plus to be able to even heal that injury. So he's out there still doing it. Now, the thing is, so since that point, like, we haven't seen that same type of offense where he's throwing like long balls downfield, and really just getting that accurate kind of throws. So I think we're like the 3rd worst in the league of yards per pass attempt or something like that. Like, we're really, really low. And there's only like 3 teams in the league. And I think, ironically, actually, the Falcons are one of those that are like under 10 yards per pass attempt. Or something like that.
Short.
So bizarre. Yeah.
It's so strange. So for us, it's kind of a weird thing. And so the way I look at our defense your guys' defense and how we would attack it, I mean, when I start looking at things as if I was a coach, how do I attack this defense? Well, I mean, you guys give up about almost 307 yards a game over the air. Well, we got to find a way to throw this dang ball down the field again. And so if we don't have Keenan Allen, that's going to be a different story for us. I know we have our tight end, Donald Parham, who should be coming back, 6'8", perfect guy for the red zone tight end for us.
Yeah, if you play Madden, he's literally a tight end machine. You just throw it up at him and he just jumps.
He'll catches everything. Catches everything.
So I got a great question. I got a great question for y'all. All right, Cal and James. All the time that you've been watching the Chargers, right? You got to see all the great players. So now you are in a season where you're struggling with your quarterback is hurt and a few players are hurt. If you can bring back one Charger that you have seen play, and you can bring him back for 1 year at the top of his game just to help the team you have right now, you can bring him back this year at the top of his game for 1 year. Who you bringing back as a great San Diego Charger to help this specific team this specific year? I love the way I got him thinking. I got them both staring at the ceiling. Out of your Falcon mind, you got him.
I'm looking up at the Charger gods right now. You know.
There you go.
Please help me something.
So
man,
actually,
I'll say
my answer. I think honestly, I would like to see Sean Merriman back. You know.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Suit him up. I mean, obviously, I would probably say Junior. I'm torn between Junior Seau or Sean Merriman. You know, probably because our defense is struggling by far right now for sure. And we really need someone like a captain on that defense, to lead it, and to get it out there and stuff like that. And linebacker is one of our struggling positions, I would say as well. So that is something I would want to see, like someone to revamp that defense a lot more. So.
I love it.
Yeah,
James?
I'll keep it at his top of his game right now, Antonio Gates. And I was gonna go Kellen Winslow. And I was like, that's a little deep further back. But then I was like, Gates is one of the best tight ends of all time.
Right.
I mean, that guy has scored touchdowns after touchdowns after touchdowns. And I remember, and I'll even dig in the crates on this one. The first game that I was like, this guy is the man, like, was against the Cleveland Browns, snowy game, low scoring game. And this dude caught a ball and it was just dumping. And it was 0-4, I think this game was 0-3, 0-4, something like that. He caught a ball like on the sideline and he was just flat foot running the whole way. And it was just this long touchdown. And I was like, wow, this guy found a way, because I think the game ended up being like 10-6 or 7 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he got this touchdown that was just insane. And I was like, I think we got a real guy here, man.
Yeah.
And from that point on, I mean, 85 has been the absolute one of the best tight ends of all time. And an undrafted guy that was a basketball player at Ball State.
Go figure.
Oh,
never dropped that ball.
Never played football other than in high school. Man, look at this guy. And Hall of Fame player right there. And, to beat his record, I think he would get 130 something plus touchdowns in his career.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Unreal. I mean, that's a tough record to pass up. So I'll say him. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, we haven't had a tight end since he's left. And it's been a kind of a gap for us. That's really been that dominant dude for us. I mean, Hunter Henry was good. And Gerald Williams good. Jared Cook, he had his times last year or whatnot. But Gates was just an
reliable
specimen. And the guy could find a way to get open every single time. And, man, he was the man. I wish. What about for you guys, for the Falcons? Let's pose that question on you guys.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Mike.
Who would be
Mike Vick?
Mike
for this specific season. For this specific, for this specific team, I'm bringing back Mike. Like I told you, I don't want to say hate. I am not a fan of Marcus Murray. I mean, just It's like a cold sandwich, man. It's like bologna. I just don't. It's like, man, I'll eat it if I'm starving and it's nothing else, but I do not want it. So I will bring back Mike Vick.
That's his bread and bologna. That's it. No mayonnaise.
That's it. Nothing. That's what I'm saying. It don't have no mayonnaise. It don't have no mustard. No condiment. And the bread is the end pieces.
Man, I
got you got the hands on both sides.
That's water to drink with or anything. Nothing.
Nothing to drink with.
Oh, you're toast. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Like, the Mariota stands do not like Mike very much this year.
Because I drag him every week. I just don't care.
I mean, it's got to be. I mean, like, he's got to damn near be perfect for Mike to be like,
all right,
he's getting a little better, I guess.
And then I'd be like, he's improving.
Yeah,
you, John, for like this season, John.
For our pass, I just got like the dude I just mentioned, John Abraham, probably, because I mean, we've got to get some pass rush. I mean, like, Lorenzo Carter has been good. Like, I think he's good enough for us to re-sign as like a rotational type piece. But, like, he hadn't been getting the quarterback really. But if you have somebody that like Abraham, who is just in the backfield nonstop, I mean, like the motor that dude had. I mean, I would take Abraham this year for sure. Right. I mean, awesome. And also, man, we're talking about the defense. So Dean Pease's defense is apparently super hard to learn, because last year, like, a lot of our young guys didn't get to see the field because they were just slower time picking it up, right? So that was part of our issue last year. Well, this year is kind of like, we're seeing it. Anderson hit the field earlier. We're seeing Richie Grant, who we wanted to see last year as a safety on the field a lot more. He's our starting safety this year. Same thing with Jalen Hawkins. So, and Michael Walker's he's got the green dot. He's our basically middle linebacker. Yeah. But he's still a young kid too, right? He's still younger. And then with Rashawn Evans, who's played with Dean Pease at Tennessee, big run stopping brute, like terrible in coverage, like god awful in coverage, but he'll great run stopper. But like, it's funny, like Mike and I, we were watching the Bengals game like on replay, and you can see, and like somebody said it on Twitter and it made sense. It's like they go on Madden, like they play the play out just like it's supposed to be played, and sometimes don't change or recognize what's going on in front of him. You know what I'm saying? So like there's a couple of times where Michael Walker he sits back in his zone, he covers his zone he's supposed to cover, but he sees that there's a guy coming across his face he should probably take, and he doesn't. So it ends up being a big play, you know, like so there's still those hiccups of being a young defense that we have. And so it's, you know, second year of learning that defense. So that's, you know, I mean, the game against the 49ers blew everybody away. I mean, that was like the perfect storm. I mean, to beat the 49ers by 2 touchdowns. I mean, it was like, what happened with that? I mean, granted, now Jimmy G had like 3 drops that were terrible that would have maybe changed the outlook of that game, but
they would have.
Yeah, it would have. But
they would have.
But yeah, they were bad. I don't know if y'all saw them. It was, 30-yard passes that just, you know.
Yeah.
So
what's
thanks.
going on here?
Appreciate it.
You know, that's how the cookie
Mm-hmm.
crumbles sometime, and luck just goes your way sometimes. And you know, that's kind of the nature of the Chargers in a lot of games where we find ways to shoot ourselves in the foot, and then we sometimes find some luck. And it's tough. I mean, like I said, with the Falcons, I feel like we're very similar in that franchise and that luck way or being unlucky. Yeah. And it's tough to watch that kind of stuff, man. And I mean, I've always felt like the way I'm going to go out in life is probably through a heart attack watching a Charger game, man. And
I mean, what better way to go, though, buddy?
Yeah, I'll take it, man.
Yeah,
I'll take it. So,
yeah.
But man, you know, next week after you guys, we get to play the Niners. So you guys played a different type of Niners team, and then now we get the McCaffrey Niners.
Yeah. We're so happy to get. I mean, granted, he hasn't been healthy all that much, but we were still happy to get him out of our division because that was that dude's a pain to deal with for sure.
Yeah, he's a menace. And you know the Niners are going to really utilize him the way that he's being utilized right now. I mean, he fits perfectly in their system. He's a West Coast kid. Wasn't he from Stanford too? Was he Stanford?
Yep.
Was he Stanford boy?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he's right back where he started, kind of thing.
Yeah. As much as we hate Kyle Shanahan here, I mean, it's a love hate. Like, you know, we never would have made it to the Super Bowl without Kyle, but then he like really fucked us when we got there. So I mean, you know, it was that. Yeah. So I mean, that's a perfect guy for him, though. I mean, like, to really, you know, if he can stay healthy, he's going to be scary.
Yep. Agreed, man. But. Well, that's good, man. Any questions about our defense and how our defense has been? So I know I've given you guys some tips. Please don't pass them along, but I think Mike is already emailing them out.
I'm telling you, I want to know.
He's already in the comments. I see you. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, I got a list already. Here's what I want to know. If you guys, if you have one weakness on your defense, you would say it's just one area of the field or one player that you just like, I do not. He's like, your Marcus Mariota, like I just don't have faith. Like, is there a player on your defense or a position on your defense that you just like, this is a problem?
Yep. So we talk about this guy quite a bit. So we like to call him Speed Bump.
1,000%.
Homeboy,
who is this that y'all call him Speed Bump? I'm dying to hear this. who is this?
So if you see number 99 on the field, Jerry Tillery, dude, run the ball at that guy. That guy is lack of effort.
Just run.
And he just gets blown up every single time. A run play, he is terrible at that. So we call him Speed Bump because it's just like he's there, but like he doesn't really do anything. So it's just like a car just driving over a speed bump.
That is insane. I love it.
We call him Speed Bump. So Jerry Tillery's on the field.
Run it at him.
Just run at him. That's right.
The thing is, though, with the hopes with the bye week, based upon what Brandon Staley's been saying, he's like, hey, we're going to analyze all the players on there, the ones that are causing trouble, the ones that are giving us a problem somewhere or another. And that's the guy that I'm like, please, I just hope I don't see Jerry Tillery on a run play situation out on that field. He could be on a pass play situation. He doesn't do bad on trying to get to the quarterback. Just do not put him on a run situation because we just get smoked every time. That guy has, oh man, I could go on about that guy, but yes, that's the problem.
Yeah. That's great.
That's it. Hey, I don't know if Kyle has any guy on his mind that might be a player out there.
Well, I mean,
defensively.
I don't know if I want to speak ill of the injured and the kick him when he's down or whatever, but I mean, J.C. Jackson was awful for us so far this year.
Okay.
He was, because we've been running a lot more like zone coverage and stuff, and basically whoever he was covering, you could throw it to him, and you're gonna get at least 10 yards after catch. You know, like and he was like, I think he probably only had like maybe like 20% chance of pass defended. Like it was brutal. Like, and so in a lot of ways, it's probably was a better idea for him to be out, because like now we have another player coming in, but he was brutal. But yeah, 1,000% though. Like, current player who is actually in the game and actually matters, it's Jerry Tillery for sure. Just run the ball at him. Even Marcus Mariota can run at him, and he would just easy, just walk over him.
Well, even if you're seeing the comments in the video here, everybody's just Jerry Tillery.
Yep.
Like,
I got a dog.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch this game and I'm gonna be so focused on 99 because that is the funniest shit I've ever heard. Speed bump. He just barely slow it up. He don't stop it, don't do nothing, just mildly slow up the play.
Yep,
I love
especially
it. Down slightly, not a lot.
You
can still hop over that bump and get a good little hop and keep going at that speed, but you ain't really doing much.
You're not doing.
If he comes half,
I will be paying attention.
If he comes half,
do y'all have a secret weapon? Somebody who's not famous and who's not on Sports Center and all, but who y'all know in San Diego, like that's the dude that he just not recognized worldwide yet, but that's the dude.
Secret weapon, man.
I don't know. I think Drew Tranquil is actually pretty. I don't know if like, he's getting a whole lot of press or not, but he's not necessarily a name brand player a lot of ways, but he's definitely picked up a lot of steam because he's now like the captain of like the defense. He's got the green dot and stuff. And ever since we've had him there, like our defense has been on the rise a lot,
Yeah.
So Drew Tranquil, he's one of our linebackers, and like he's not like super popular. A lot of people talk about Derwin James and stuff, and Khalil Mack and stuff like that, But I would say Drew Tranquil is probably our guy. That's actually like kind of he's still popular enough, but he's still kind of under the radar.
Yeah.
And he's definitely making a huge impact on our defense.
Yeah.
So the green dot, I got to pay attention for the green dot.
Green dot. Yeah, he's one of our middle linebackers there, and he's a stud, and I'd probably, and I hate to just piggyback off of Kyle, that's probably our guy right now. That's like really that star coming up for us. And I don't know if
see him now. Young dude or no?
I think it's his fourth year, I think.
I think it's his contract year, which, we all know what contract years mean. You got to play your butt off, try to get that contract, son.
Yeah.
Well, it's his contract year for a speed bump, too, but he ain't doing nothing still.
We're bumping him out of here.
Yeah. Speed bump is going to be a bouncer at your local club in San Diego. You're going to go right to the bar. He's going to be speed bumping out front. Hey, man, you got your ID on you? I'm telling you, that's going to be his job.
Hey man, if he half-asses it toward like if CP's running toward him and he half-asses it, that's gonna be bad news for him.
Even Tyler Algier and like Mariota, like I said too, Tyler Algier will definitely he'll lay him out.
He's got bad intentions. Yeah, they all do. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. For sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's interesting in comments, and it didn't even come to my mind, but like two other players that they chatted about on our defense. Bryce Callahan has been a stud for us in the slot position. He's been just covering the slot, like he kills it for us. He kills it for us, and been a great signing for us. His issue has been, really just staying healthy. And for whatever reason, he's doing really well for us this year. He is an absolute lockdown guy for us right now. And then Zont was another one too, who is, Andre or God, why can't I think of his name? Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah.
He's been killing it for us. Like he has actually been making man tackles. And why I say man tackles is a guy that's taking the hit and just getting them right at the point of when they catch the ball and just dropping the guy.
I got you.
And he's been doing really, really well for us. So it's like the thing about us with our defense is that we have a lot of guys there that are relatively young, and this is a second year for a lot of these guys in this system with this Brandon Staley defense, which I think is also kind of a tough defense for a lot of these guys to figure out too.
Pretty similar, yeah.
But there are those things. There are players out there that are really just trying to find a way to really become like solid players. And so, Asante Samuel and Bryce Callahan have been phenomenal for us. Second year for Asante. And then Bryce's first year with us. So, but he's been in the system before with him at Bears. And I think Denver,
I think Broncos as well. Yeah. So
Broncos.
Yeah.
Yep. So those are our guys.
James
What about
had
you
a great
guys, man?
point earlier, John, when he said it's like similar, like the teams are similar. I didn't think
They
about that
really
until
are.
I'm sitting here
Yeah.
talking to you guys. It's very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean
it's the same
it's
almost.
second year for our defense with Peas
Yeah,
and
it's the
young
same
guys
thing.
all over the place, and yeah, I mean it's
They got a young
couple
green dot,
couple
same
of
way we
yeah,
got the young green. Yeah.
couple of veterans in there, and yeah, it's
We don't have a speed bump, but we do have a Marcus Mariota. So I mean, we do have plain white toast. If anybody's hungry for plain white toast, we got plenty. Come on to Georgia.
Man, I'll tell you real quick. So like there's probably we did a poll, Mike, I don't know what, 3 weeks ago about the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
And already there's like 75% of the folks wanted to see Desmond Ritter, who we drafted out of Cincinnati, right?
Yep.
And he had a great preseason. I mean, look, poised. I mean, like made every throw, made great decisions, everything you want to see out of a rookie quarterback. And so that got everybody hyped. So as soon as Mariota hit a little bit of a rut to begin the season, it was like immediately like, well, we got to get Ritter in there. So it started like that the divide between the fans immediately. So Mike and I both figured that we would have seen Ritter by last week against the Panthers. We just figured, all right, it's a home game. The Panthers, they're not that great. Good time to ease them in. We didn't as much as Mike said, division champs. He didn't really expect us to be 4-4 and leading the division at this time. So like it was like, well, shit. Now we can't really see Ritter because we're in the lead in the division and he's actually progressing. Then the team loves him. Like they love him. Like every receiver, every back, every offensive lineman, like they love the guy, like his leadership, everything about him. So there's no way in hell that Arthur is going to pull him anytime soon, unless injury or something. He just falls off a cliff. I don't even know. But I mean, like, it's just, at this point, we talked about it earlier, we're probably not seeing Ritter till next preseason. At this point, as long as things keep going the way they're going. So, yeah, I mean, but Mike and I say it every week. Hey, man, just don't lose us a game. And like he damn near lost a few of them for us, but didn't. But like, yeah, and we had a comment today in our chat session on our live stream. I think it was Big Pop said that we can't give the ball to you guys multiple times like we did last week to Carolina, because if we give Justin, and again, I mean, I know you guys are on, and I'm going to ask you with the receivers in a second, but I know you guys have the backup receivers in, but like if you give a good quarterback extra chances every game, 100%. That's going to end up bad for you. So we can't have those type of turnovers from Marcus this week. We just cannot do it. So that's my question. So with Mike and Keenan out, like, how do y'all feel about Carter and Palmer and like whoever else is going to take that?
Hold on, man. John is only asking this because he scooped up that dude in his like fantasy. He's just trying to see. I see what you're doing, buddy. I know what you're doing here, buddy.
Man, look, I said earlier, I said I want him to just have a really good day, but we still win. But just have him have a really good day. Get himself 6 catches, 80 yards, touchdown. Hey, I'll be happy. It's cool. So
I could give you a breakdown of each player and say, hey, this is the guys that to be able to look at. And I do a lot of the fantasy football, stuff on our Instagram here. I'm a big fan of fantasy and won multiple championships. So I get it, man. I understand.
Hey, Mike and I are actually playing each other this week.
Oh, man. Oh, well, I can't give that advice
now. To play.
I can't give that advice. I can't be a part of this.
That's what I'm saying.
I've already got Carter, so I mean, he's going to be in there.
He's already committed.
Because I had Mike Williams, so I'm like, well, shit, he's out. So like, all right, got to go. Let's get the next guy.
So you ended up picking up Palmer then?
No, Carter. Palmer was already taken. So
yeah, so I'll give you this, and this is my expectations of what's going to happen in this game. And it's probably going to be very similar, in my opinion, to what last week's game against the Panthers. I think it potentially could be just a high-scoring affair. I think that there could be a lot of offense on the field and possibly a lot of bad defense on the field. So I think what that means is that there's going to be a lot of chances for a lot of these wide receivers, a lot of chances for your running backs to make a lot of plays. So, DeAndre Carter will be one of our guys. And if Keenan Allen is not playing, I mean, it's going to be Joshua Palmer. It's going to be Don Parham. It's going to be Gerald Everett. It's going to be DeAndre Carter. Basically, I think, did I say him already? No, I don't know.
I think so.
basically those would be our four
Bandy's
options
the
at
other
that
guy
point.
that's going to be out there. So
Bandy too, he's kind of similar in the sense of like, hey, he could be a good third down kind of guy, but he's not going to get a ton of targets. The thing is, though, we have been throwing the ball a ton. I mean, Justin Herbert, I think, had about 50-something plus passes last game. Yeah. And how that even happened, I don't even know. And how we still didn't even have a lot of 10-yard plus plays, I don't know. But when you don't got your guys out there, you know, Mike Williams is one of the best 50-50 ball wide receivers in the league. He's a stud. He's an absolute stud for that. Keenan Allen just gets to the spots, and he'll be right there ready for the ball to be able to advance
James
the ball.
looks so sad right now. As he's saying this, it's tearing me up. It's my swear, I'm tearing up. It's making my heart.
It's hard
so sad when he's saying this.
Yeah. It's harsh, man. Like it's harsh when your guys aren't on the field, right, man. Like it's tough. Here, cue the tears. Cue the tears.
Right, right.
That's how we feel about our corners.
The Michael Jordan face.
Yep.
It's hard. So here's what I'm saying. I do have a question for you guys. Now, Kyle and James said he's still hurt. Like his ribs are still hurt.
Yep.
Would you prefer him hurt playing, or would you prefer your backup at full strength playing? Or do you still prefer Justin? Like with like the dink and dunk for the rest of the season? Or do you want your backup somebody with full capability to go deep and throw in the game? If you had your pick.
Kyle, you want to take that one?
Yeah, I'll take it first. Personally, 1,000%, I'd rather have Justin in. Because we got Chase Daniels as our second quarterback, and I think he's probably only had like a handful of game starts besides preseason games. He's a really good quarterback too, and like he's a really good like kind of coach person for Justin Herbert. And then our third string quarterback, Easton Stick, is very unproven in a lot of ways, and he's just like rides the bench like all year, every single time, So he has potential to actually be great, but he just needs to get that start and whatever, So personally, I would say like if we will start winning games more if we get under 40 yards or 40 attempts passing every game. Like I feel like if we start relying more on Austin Eckler to run the ball and give it, and also our running back too, and motherfucking have freaking two running back sets out there, or our fullback and a running back out there, and start running the damn ball more. 1,000%, Justin Herbert's gonna do way better, but. Like we need to stop making him throw so goddamn much. Like that's what's like honestly,
especially if you're injured.
He's injured, man. It's like it's pissing me off. Like, dude, why are you making him throw 50 plus times like a game when he's like not feeling good?
Yeah, it's just, that's ridiculous.
That was Matt Ryan last year.
That's last year. Yep.
I mean, and he wasn't injured. He was just very slow, and he got hit like 60 times a game. So
right.
And it's crazy what happened with him and the Colts, and they just were like, "Hey, man, you're not going to play anymore. Sorry, man." Because like every time I watched him play, I was like, man, he should not be on the field, in my opinion. Like,
no, dude, it was sad, man. Like I watched the only game I've seen in full was the Broncos Colts game on Thursday night, which may be the worst football game I've seen in my life, probably.
Terrible.
Thursday night game.
My God. Yeah. I had no idea why I was still watching it so late. My wife's like, what the fuck's wrong? My wife's a Colts fan. She's from Indianapolis. She's like, why are you watching this shit? I don't even care.
And, she didn't care. She's checked out.
I'm like, it's Matty, man. I gotta watch Matt.
It's Matt Ryan, buddy.
But even when he had time, now I will give him the offensive line. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the fact that he cannot move and this like they collapse. But I mean, when he did have time though, he was bad decisions and just I mean you could tell the arm is falling off even more. And I was like, man, it's time. No doubt. It's time, buddy. Hurts to say it, but it's time.
I mean, just
and
go back
to Matt Ryan
too. Go back to the question too, Mike, man. Like I would take Herbert all day, man. I mean, just in going back to that time of when he got injured and he made those two amazing throws in week 2, you're just like, he has it in him regardless.
Like injured or not.
Injured or not, take him.
Yeah.
I'll take him. Like, we could even go deeper back to like even to say like Phillip Rivers when he was in the AFC Championship game and blew out both of his knees and he was still out there throwing around. And slinging
man,
it.
he's a tough motherfucker. He get
No
overlooked
doubt.
for his stuff. That's a fucking tough dude, man.
Yeah.
He a gangster in his own way. He a
100%.
gangster. He got
100%.
a ton of kids, and he fucking gangster
kids,
for that.
Gangster.
But he's a gangster on that field. He's a tough dude, man. He always get overlooked for that.
100%, man. And that guy, I think he never missed a game in his career. I mean, he was just an absolute Iron Man. And like, I kind of hope, and for us as Charger fans, I mean, and for a lot of franchises out there, that we've had a luxury of having a quarterback that doesn't miss games for almost dang near at this point. True. Even we could go back to when we had Breeze in the early 2000s. Just never miss games. And so we are at this point of 20 years basically where we have not had a quarterback situation with not having a starter quarterback play for us. And I love seeing that kind of transitioning to Justin Herbert, that he's making it happen. And he's still out there throwing out. He's still top 5 in the league in passing yards this season. He's at 12 touchdowns, 4 picks. So he's like 3-1 basically at this point. Right. I mean, he's still doing his job and he's still doing it well. And my hopes is that this bye week, bottom line, we just need to be healthy. And you know what? I'd really hope to see that Justin Herbert that we all love and see his amazing throws this week and see the offense really open up to what we hope to see.
We all love Justin. I hope that y'all know that the world know about Justin. Like, it's not just
he's a stud.
Everybody knows Justin is the new guy. Like, Justin is the man.
Yep. He is an absolute stud, man. And so it's fun to watch that guy. And I mean, you know, sky's the limit for that guy. Sky is absolutely the limit for that guy. So
I feel like, though, honestly, like the whole world needs to see him play in the playoffs, though, you know, because you know, when he gets in there, when the game is literally on the line, it's either win or go home, kind of stuff like that. Everyone wants to see how he's going to do that at that point. You know, because I mean, and the truth is too is like, I mean, I love him. I think he's amazing and stuff like that. And I think he's going to do great things. But I got to see how he plays in the playoffs, because that's really the real test of a quarterback. You know, like, I mean, and I compared, like, you know, quarterbacks like Jimmy Garoppolo. He's a decent quarterback, you know, but he gets to the big games and he just fucks up, you know. And like, he can't make it happen that last 2-minute drill, you know, like, it's been like at least 3 or 4 times every single time when the game is on the line, he chokes. And so, and that's what I'm worried about. It's like, I don't want to see Justin Herbert be like that, you know. So, but we got to get there first, and that's the truth.
Well, and I always go back to the point of how criminal it was that we didn't make the playoffs last year, and we end up losing to the Raiders, our nemesis, basically in the last second of the season. Basically,
that was
a brutal game. But the thing about that is the treat out of that entire game, and we reference it a lot on our podcast, of those 4th and like forever throws that Justin Herbert made to be able to get touchdowns in the last 5 minutes of the game. Dude, he put the league on the note on.
He kept doing it.
Yeah, it kept doing it over and over and over. That last drive was like 22 something plays in 2 minutes or something like that. It was like unbelievable. It put the league on the notice pretty
like
much
4,
of who this guy is.
I think 4 fourth down conversions or something like that. You know,
2 long 4th and 15, 4th and 18, 20 or whatever, and throwing lasers to the end zone. I mean, gosh, it would have been amazing to see him in the playoffs, just to see what he did.
Well, that's what makes me think that he is that guy, because like that's damn near that's as close as a playoff
100%
type of game that he would have had. And I mean, like,
that's true.
Ridiculous.
The season was on the line at that point. For sure.
But I get Kyle though saying you want that pressure on your ass to see. I just want to see in person how you respond when everything the whole season on your shoulders. Go. I want to see if you really can do that. But I really do have faith in the dude. I think he will be able to do that.
Absolutely, man. We love the guy, and we all love him as Charger fans. I mean, tons of respect for us. And it sucks when you start seeing, like, you know, a lot of the media out there talking kind of bad that oh, he's highly overrated now. I mean, he hasn't been to the playoffs. Well, man, it's his 3rd year. Come on, man. Like,
and he's injured.
Hey, we're well aware of quarterbacks being just destroyed by the media here. I mean, like, or just fans in general. I mean, like you would think in Atlanta. I mean, not to talk about Matt again, but like people forget here that, like, hey, man, there's literally 10 other guys on offense has to do their job, and there's a defense on the other side of the ball that's got to do their job. Like it's not on. I mean, you look at what we had with Matt for those last basically since the Super Bowl. Like, dude, I mean, I don't know what you expect. He can't. You know what he's not. You know he's not a running quarterback. So, like, you know, if he's not going to be running, you're going to have to get him some help around. So, I mean, like, it's crazy. Yeah.
So also, I just want to say this, man. The people, I keep having to say this, the people who are a fan of a team and you criticize your own quarterback and you want him out of there as soon as he starts fucking up, you are not a fan. And I hope you shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Because there are teams in our league that can go, when you lose your quarterback and you can't find another one, you might go a decade or 2 as a horrible team because you can't find a quarterback. So don't be so quick to swap out your quarterback when you have a 4-game skid. When you have a 6-game ain't playing well. Oh, he washed up now. He overrated. Because it could be 20 years with you just sitting in just like, damn. So just stop talking at you if you don't understand the sport, if you want to swap quarterbacks so often like that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Bears.
Took a little while, right? Josh Allen took some time. You know, Peyton Manning took some time. Dude, you know, he had some losing seasons early on. Like, it
like
takes
20-something
time.
It takes time. In his first,
You gradually get better. It's not a lot of people that just start off like fire like that. It's not.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's wild to see, man. And it's weird when people start trying to do that kind of stuff and say, hey, look, he's not our guy. You got to let him go kind of thing. And you're like, man, come on now. You can't win every game, by the way. That's virtually impossible.
Yeah,
you know?
we will take him if somebody wants to. I mean, like, just saying,
please take Marcus Mariota.
If
you want, hey, listen, I will swap with any Charger fan. You can have Marcus Mariota. We'll take Justin. I mean,
we'll take that. We'll take that.
I don't care if he was paraplegic. I'll take him over Marcus Mariota. He just sit back there and throw from the chair.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
No doubt. You know, crazy stat, just to talk about a franchise that's been snake bit about having a franchise quarterback. And I got to fact check this, but I'm pretty sure I found that it was true, was the Chicago Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer in the history of the team. 4,000 yards. So think of like Jay Cutler. You know, he was probably one of the more guys that was a little bit more baller or whatnot.
Yeah.
Never had a 4,000-yard season. So who name another guy? Rex Grossman?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. So there's not like a lot of dudes. And that's an old franchise, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've never had a 4,000-yard passer ever. So, and to be honest, it's like with the Chargers, like Phillip Rivers, 4,000 yards plus every single year. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
Easy. And so
but you get spoiled and you just think it's regular. So 100%. If he don't do something that you thought he should have done, you think, oh, he washed up. This man just threw for 4,000 yards. You call him washed up. Just look at the Washington Command. Look how long it's been since they had a good quarterback. Just look at the length of time certain teams go before they get a quarterback. It might be a decade, man. So you can't be so quick to throw somebody in the trash like that.
Agreed. And it's weird. Our luck has been well for the Chargers of going from Breeze.
That was
Breeze,
epic.
Rivers,
Rivers, Herbert. Yeah.
I mean, before Breeze, what we were with
Stan Humphries. I don't know if it
Stan Humphries.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I was just thinking about him today. Number 7. Oh gosh, what's his dang name?
Oh, Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
Flutie.
Oh, Doug Flutie. Okay, yeah.
Flutie Flakes, and then Ryan Leaf. Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
Harsh.
Yeah. Ryan Leaf was that was a tough one right there.
Harsh time, man. Yeah. Well, you guys want to go over some questions? I think we got some questions lined up here. I know we're kind of going a little long on this, but let's lock
I'm having fun with the Bolt Bros. Okay, I'm sorry if we're running a little long. Okay, it's the Bolt Bros for God's sake.
No, I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this.
Is great.
This is what I'm talking about. We talk football,
vibing, bro. Yeah,
you know, and that's the thing, man. We started this podcast. Obviously, the basis of it is the Chargers, but we just love the game in general, man.
Yeah.
Like
I can tell. I fucking love talking to y'all, man. I could tell.
dude.
Hey, we're gonna come back even when we don't
on
play,
our
you guys.
podcast anytime.
Yeah, why not?
Dude. Come on,
Hey,
anytime.
listen. I don't care who you play. If you play the Patriots, I come on your podcast and
All
talk
right,
about
all
the
right.
fucking Patriots.
We could
Let's
just talk
go.
shit about the
Boy.
Patriots, though.
Yeah, we hate the
this me
Patriots,
as well.
man. You don't like those dudes. Well,
Damn
Tom
right.
Brady ain't there anymore, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah, but they still find a way to blow us up every time,
Right?
man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they still got Bella Cheater, so it's all good.
Belichick. I love.
Belichick, dude. No doubt. Well, let's go over these questions then, Kyle. Let's
we got a couple questions here. I'm sure they've all been kind of patient with them, so it's all good. So here we go. First question from
are these dudes ever going to get to my question or what?
Yeah, basically they probably just like snoring now. I don't know.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. First question. It's an important. Which is important? Falcons secondary versus Herbert, or Falcons wide receiver versus our defense?
Which is important?
Falcons
I'm not
secondary
that
versus
smart,
Herbert,
and I'm confused. So I don't
it's
even
the
know.
Falcons secondary versus Herbert, or Falcons wide receivers versus our secondary.
Secondary.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's a good
There's a lot going on with that one too.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yes. So.
All right. Well, I can start, but I guess the our secondary versus Herbert, that's going to be a problem. More than likely. That's. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's going to be a problem. Our wide receivers. I mean, depends. I mean, like if Marcus throws the ball 14 times a game, I mean, where are they going? Like there was. I mean, during like the last game that he had 15 attempts, I believe 6 or 7 targets were to Kyle Pitts. So I mean, like almost half the targets was to one guy. So London had 1 target for 9 yards. That was in the Bengals game. So it just depends. I mean, like last week, like I said, we threw the ball 28 times. So it depends. Now, if he's going to open up a little bit, if we have to throw it more, then London, just in general, big dude, 6'5", strong kid, insane hands, big catch radius, but I think what's the dude that's coming in for Jackson Davis? Who's going to be coming in for JC Jackson?
It's going to be Michael Davis.
Yeah,
Michael Davis. Yeah. And he's a big dude, right? He's like 6'2". Yeah, up there. So I mean, just depends. I mean, like it's if we're smart and can scheme Kyle Pitts open. Because like he's a matchup nightmare for anybody. This is the dude is basically a wide receiver in a tight end body. I mean, and to see a guy that big do what he does on the field and run that fast, like that's what we've been asking for all year long. Is like, dude, like get the guy the ball, like find a way, because Travis Kelce, like all these number ones, they get the ball, like find our guy, get him the ball, So I mean, he could be an issue. Olamide Zaccheaus, he's like our little. Kind of like Allen, like he just finds those soft spots in the zone, sits there, he's there, throwing the ball type of thing. Damiere Byrd is kind of our take the top off type of guy. He's done it a couple of times this year. Not a big imposing guy, but he's fast as shit. So yeah, I mean, I'll be more if I'm the Chargers, I'm more worried about our run game, way more than the passing game. I mean,
you should not be scared of him throwing. Are you scared of potted meat? Like, are you scared of a can of potted meat? Because that's what it is. It's just a can of potted meat, baby. So just be scared of the run. That's it. And that's
agreed.
He'll probably throw 10 to 12 times. It won't be. It's not anything to fear.
Dude, if he throws 10 to 12 times, it'll be a fucking riot around here.
Yeah.
You know that? Right. I mean, like people will be so pissed off. I don't even want to do that show. No way.
Man, going back to week 1 for us, we had, and just to say, you don't want to do one of those after game or post game shows or whatnot. When we played against the Raiders week 1, and obviously the Raiders are a nemesis, and we hate those guys, and we want to crush them every single time.
Yeah,
and we were going for a ride.
We say 3 things: family, trust, respect. And it means something very specific, though, when it comes to the Raiders,
though. Good one. I got it. Hey, fucking amazing. I like that. I love it.
Love it.
But we were talking about actually Coach is in here, Lockdown Defense podcast. He joined us on that call or that post game, and we're like, man, we ended up winning the game and finding a way to win the game. And we were like, man, if this was going to be a loss, this is a podcast or a post game that we do not want to be on, man, because we're just going to be like, Michael Jordan. We just put the Michael Jordan meme of him crying.
Right.
That's all we'll do. Yep. We'll just do that. Call call it done. It's a wrap. Like, so it's tough, man. That's a tough thing about doing these podcasts and everything is that you don't want to go and on those tough games and talk about it.
Yeah.
Be positive or try to find a way to be positive or whatnot. So it's
actually,
tough, man.
Truth is, honestly, I'm totally fine with being mad. And actually, just being out there and just like, everyone's emotional right now. Like, let's just try and find that part where it's like, oh no, okay, let's just find. We don't have to find the good, we just have to be vocal about it and be like, hey, this is what we're thinking. This is like, let's, and they're just make it a discussion and then, just try and move on to the next game, So, yeah. So.
Sometimes a pile of shit is just a pile of shit.
That's right.
It's no spin on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Next question, Kyle. What you got?
Let's do it. Another one from Aether here. He's kind of rapid fired a couple of them early on. So
he said he was going to bring the heat. He sent me a DM and he was like, "I'm about to bring the heat."
Nice.
And I was like, "All right, let's see. We're going to Hotlanta today." So
it is because Hotlanta. Okay. Second question is: are the Falcons willing to get into a shootout versus the Bolts?
Willing?
What gun? Are y'all not listening to me? We are unarmed. And I mean unarmed, like we don't have arms. Like
y'all shooting blanks,
torso and legs.
Yeah.
Like we don't have arms. So if we had a gun to shoot, we couldn't shoot it. We are running the ball. I'm not even trying to trick you. We're running the ball. It will be no shootout.
Yeah, we're not willing to. No, like if
Definitely
it's our
not.
choice, then hell no. No,
I mean honestly, honestly, I don't think that we even want to do a shootout either.
I don't think we want to either.
Yeah, because like we were talking about, our wide receiving core is what core right now. So we struggling just as bad. So like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this whole game is going to be just ground and pound on both sides. Yeah. So
and the big thing though too is that and we'll go back to a lot of different games where we get in those shootouts. Browns game last year, Browns game this year. Kind of the same situation too. It became kind of a scoring shootout situation, and you guys talk a lot about it. Like Justin Herbert, man, he'll make the throws when you need to make those throws. And if it does get in a shootout, that's going to be real fun to watch, guys. Because like you'll see some of those throws that you're just like, this guy's a specimen. He is special. Like he is special.
I swear to God, I got a feeling I'm gonna be at home. Like, man, Kyle and James told me his fucking ribs was hurt. Them dirty motherfuckers. Dirty motherfuckers. They told me his ribs was hurt. They told me
trying to give you guys confidence.
Screen passing only.
The screen passing only.
We're just trying to give you guys confidence there. Yeah,
right,
he's in right, man. Yeah,
we'll take it.
Next question there, Kyle.
Yeah, there you go. Let's shoot off another one here. So we got Carlos 760. Here we go. Says. I guess it's more a question for us, for bros. If you think Lombardi got fired, they promote Shane Day as an offensive coordinator.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Personally, I don't think we're gonna see, Lombardi get fired mid-season at all. So, and it sucks because he's trash. Like he literally pulls plays out of Madden playbook, and so if you guys are playing that game, you'll see like, oh my God, like they're literally running that cross route, it's a good one on Madden, sure. Yeah. But it's like it's literally out there, like in these, like all these just like, hook curls or 10 yards out and then hook. That's it, but
very small plays. Yeah.
Yeah. But the answer is like, if it was going to happen, sure, Shane Day would get promoted, but it's not going to happen. That personally,
yeah. And generally changes happen at the bye, in my opinion, and our bye is bye. So we're pretty much stuck with Lombardi at this point. Shane Day comes from the Kyle Shanahan, system. He came from the Niners, so we'll see if that happens. I think the thing is that we need a spark somewhere or another, but I don't think anything's going to happen this year. I think we're stuck with the guy, and we're just going to have to just deal with it at this point. Hopefully we get healthy. Hopefully we find a spark. Hopefully we just become a better team all around offensively. Because, I think that's what's really killing our defense. That's why it's making our defense score. I think we're allowing 28 points a game, I think, right now on our defense, which is second to last in the league. It's bad. That's why I say I think this could be a very high scoring game for us. Because we're if our offense is stagnant, and especially if you guys go up 14 real quick, well, it's going to end up being some scoring fest here. So it's going to be an interesting one, man. So if we come out flat, it's going to be, get rid of everything that we thought we were going to go in this game and just screw the defense. Let's just go ahead and throw the ball downfield. Keep going. Keep throwing it downfield.
You're going to have to throw 50 more.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's still got injured ribs, Mike, by the way.
Yeah.
He's still got
And the McRib is back, which just reminded me, ladies and gentlemen. Go get a McRib.
Go to your local McDonald's. We're got a little plug going on here, guys.
Grab a McRib.
It's we call it just ribs over here.
Just ribs.
Just ribs.
That's great.
Oh man. All right, here we go. I guess this is one for you here, actually. Why y'all give up on Calvin Ridley?
I love Calvin Ridley. His footwork is like no one I've ever seen. I'm a big fan, but I don't think he fits with the new coach. He's part of the old regime. I love Matt Ryan, but he didn't fit with the new coach, with the new energy. We have a manly coach that our whole team's knock over the years was we soft and we give up. And we finally got a dude at coach who isn't gonna bake you cookies, isn't gonna say great job, you will do it the next time. I always bring this up. If you watch Bill Belichick, when somebody drop a pass, he don't even look at you when you come on the field. He'll make your ass sit down. And I don't want to talk, man. Just sit your ass. Like, I'm disgusted. We have had coaches that want to give you a hug and a high five and tell you it'll be all right. And here goes some gingerbread cookies and some butterscotch candies. And we don't need that shit. We need a manly coach. And you can see our team taking on his personality. And they not soft no more. And they do fight to the end. All the games this season, if y'all been watching the Falcons, we fought to the end of the game. That's so rare for us. If we won or lost, we went to the end of the game. And so Calvin is just part of the old regime. I would have loved to keep him, but he's not a big receiver. And that seemed like all he wants is big, tall, tough receivers that can catch it in traffic and who can run block. So that's not Calvin Ridley.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think he got a really short end of the stick with his suspension. I think that was
He's great, man.
Yeah,
you got. I mean, that's a whole other conversation. But you got domestic violence getting 4 games and 6 games, and you got guys $1,500 a year. Come on, man! Like,
come on, ridiculous.
It's cool.
Yeah,
but I mean, Mike said it though. It's the same thing. I mean, I'm probably top 3 route runner really in the league. Yes. I mean, like the guy's amazing when it comes to that. But like he said, I mean, just doesn't fit really this scheme the way that Arthur wants to run the offense. The run blocking is such a big thing. He's not a big guy. I mean, he's 6'1", 185 pounds, so it's, it's just that's, and he's not going to be, he can go somewhere and be a number 1, number 2. He's not in our offense, that's the whole thing. So
makes sense. You guys got a couple extra picks out of it. So, hey, it works out in the end for you guys.
True.
Jags are thinking for the future. Next question there, Kyle.
Next question. Here you go. Another one from the same guy. Why y'all stop the Dirty Bird celebration?
Oh, we're still doing it. We're still doing it. Look
there it is.
We're still doing it, buddy. We haven't given up on that. It's the Dirty Bird. Come on, man.
Kyle,
giving up on that. I just did it, man. You know what? Before I get in the shower, I'm doing it. Before I get in the bed, I'm gonna do it. When I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at a funeral, at the dentist. Come on, man. I didn't give up on that. It's a great celebration.
Pitts tried to do it. He did like a version of it in the end zone when he scored. Like, it was good. It was a good attempt. Yeah, we're still doing it. Yeah,
still doing
it. That's fantastic.
That's fantastic. I like that. Okay, we got a third question here from Aether here. Yeah,
man.
I think that this was his last one. I think he may have had a follow up later, but we're running along on time though, so
Yep.
My third question is: will the Falcons defense blitz Herbert more than 55% of the time in the game?
No,
definitely not.
Simple as that.
Nope.
No. It is. I mean, we're gonna. I'm sure there'll be some blitz packages, but depending on how the flow of the game is going, of course. I mean, like that. Dean has been pretty smart when he decides to blitz players. I think he knows, obviously, especially now with our secondary being hurt and depleted. You can't be sending too many guys. I mean, like we're gonna rely on our front 4. We may send a blitz here or there to shake things up and keep him off his toes a little bit. But I don't see. There's no way. He would eat us alive probably in that game.
Yeah. Exposes the defense back end weaknesses.
Way too much.
I mean,
yeah.
You guys basically average about 1.5 sacks per game right now too. And that makes sense. I mean, you guys got to find a way to be able to just keep guys in coverage more than actually try to throw a couple extra men up front and expose the middle of the field or the back end of the field even more so. And yeah, it makes sense for I'm going back to Justin Herbert, not tooting our own whistle here, but that's the thing. Like when you got a quarterback that can make those throws, you don't give them those chances. By the way, you don't give them those chances.
We're not playing PJ Tucker this week. I mean, like, that's the big difference. So, I mean, not going to happen. We can blitz him and be a little bit. Okay, well, we'll be okay with that one, but not Justin. Yeah.
Yep. You got any other questions at all there, Kyle?
Yeah. Another one for us, the bros here. Yeah, it's like talking about the trades, of course. We ain't doing it. And we'll pass. We'll give anybody a speed bump for. We'll give you a speed bump for Marcus Mariota. Yeah.
I did a whole video about that just right after the trade deadline. I went live and just chatted about it. I mean, hey, Tom Telesco has made one trade in 10 years as a GM, and
damn,
it's just
how do you still have a job,
right?
Your guess is good as mine, my friend. I think it's kind of he might be just a yes man. So owners are cheap and they spend a lot of money in the offseason. But they just don't want to spend more, and it's not like we got a ton of cap space either at the same side. But, at the same side, we got a lot of injuries that it would have been kind of nice to have a little bit of extra spark somewhere. So it is what it is, man. But no trades, man. Other than the fact of picking up Jerry Atachu, which was a second-round pick from us back in 2013, I think, or 14 or something.
Yeah, I think we drafted in 2014.
Goodness gracious, man. That's about all we did. But next man up mentality. That's how this organization works, man.
Yeah. So terrible. Did the Falcons do any moves in the before the deadline?
Ridley?
Ridley was a big one that caught us kind of they caught us by surprise big time. We figured he would be traded, but just again when he was like reinstated. No, we didn't think anybody would take him while he was suspended. So that was a good thing. No, we traded so Dean Marlowe was our safety that was filling in for Jalen Hawkins last week. He played 80 snaps and he was the guy who got burnt by DJ Moore in overtime. Or to send the game to overtime. At the end of the game, with the Panthers, he got toasted and he got traded to the Buffalo Bills the very next day. So we traded him for a 7th round pick, and then we got Rashad Fenton, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with from the Chiefs, as probably just a depth piece because again we're so slim there. We need cheap, good, decent options, and so he kind of fit the bill. So.
Yep,
definitely.
New coach tries to bring in the players he wants, and he pushes the players he doesn't want. That's how it is.
All it is.
That's how it is, man. So, any other questions at all there?
I think we may have talked about this one already, but how was the Falcons' D line?
Grady Jarrett, probably the second best defensive tackle in the game.
He's pretty good.
I mean, just nonstop all game. I mean, he's a problem. He's a problem for anybody that faces him. He's a problem. Taquan Graham, second year guy, very good last week. Still learning. Edges, Ebiketie, rookie out of Penn State. He's so close, man. Like he's gotten so close so many times this year. He's getting there. Lorenzo Carter, a little longer in the tooth. We got him from Georgia boy, but we got him from the Giants last year. He played pretty well his last 4 or 5 games that he wasn't hurt. So that's our starters. The rotational guys are pretty good. I mean, like they're big bodies to fill up the middle. I mean, like it's like you just said the stat. Like what 1.5 sacks a game, something like that. So it's nothing. We don't generate a ton of pressure with our front four. We will get a sack or so every now and then, but Grady's damn near doubled every time. So it's kind of. That's definitely not a strength other than those couple of guys. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And then I guess we got a follow-up question here from one of our buddies here. It's another contributor. He's part of the Wild Wild West podcast, Richie Riche. I don't know if you guys ever talk to any of those people. They're actually pretty dope, actually. Like, so if you like, you should follow them. They're part of the Mile High Roundtable group.
Okay.
But it's got a question about the line there. So, like, is your pass rush good, bad, or fugly? What do you got?
Somewhat about what we just chatted about there.
Yeah. I mean, they get there sometimes. It's not a strength. No, I mean,
no.
They go 100 miles an hour. It's just they don't really get there a lot. So, effort's there.
It's just a lot of cardio. A lot of
cardio.
A lot of running, but a whole lot of nothing, right?
They're really good at pressuring, not so much actually getting the quarterback on the ground. So that's
great put. Yeah, perfect.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Good. I think our last question, then we'll wrap it up here. Is from a guy I like to call Primo Pablo. So it's just like, hey fellas, I was just wondering, I'm headed down to ATL this weekend to see one of my boys and the game too as well. What do you recommend as really some good tailgates?
I don't know about the tailgates, strip clubs. You come to Atlanta, buddy. Listen to me. Listen to me. You never seen nothing like this. And I mean, like, the lap dance is $10, buddy. Just bring a little bit of money with you. And just don't have, have a good time. Just the strip club is epic. But I say you go. What did you recommend? Some really good. I don't know about the tailgate. I say you go to a restaurant and you get some Southern cooking, buddy. It's nothing like it.
I can imagine.
It's nothing like it. And it's cheap. It's not going to cost you a lot, but you need to come in and have a great time, but just don't wander off at night. Just strip clubs. I'm telling you, man, it will blow your mind. I don't care if you lose the game. You will have a great fucking time, buddy. You're gonna
Dude, right. It's funny you say that, though, because I believe I was at the Chargers tailgate and I was at the Monday night game against the Broncos, and somebody was saying, I'm going to be going out to Atlanta. I don't know if I want to say it might have been some sort of bachelor party situation, but he's like, man, I'm ready for them strip clubs. That's the first thing he said to me. And so it must be fire out there for some reason, man.
Dude. They all get in trouble here for that, man. Everyone.
They all get in trouble. And
you hear Magic City for a reason.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna try to tell you something. It's so serious to me. I got a strip pole in my house, and I can turn the camera right now. I strip pole in my house. I'm not playing. It's right here beside me. Like, I get the light on. It's the real pole from the club. I spent hundreds of dollars. I don't joke around. The strippers come here. You don't come to Atlanta without skipping the strip club.
Oh man.
Mike's
Dang,
dude. Mike's a connoisseur when it comes to that.
Shoot. Hey, bro, James, what are we doing out here, man? We got to go to that game.
You got to come down. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm booking that ticket right now. Let's go.
Yeah, book my ticket. Hey, let's have a good time out there, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man. The Bolt Bros are always welcome in Atlanta, man. Just know
that's
it.
Right. That's right. But seriously, if he's going, check out the Tailgater Guide online, Atlanta Falcons. If just search that, it's got everything, man. It's got where they're at, where they're located, if you're flying in, ride shares, all that shit. And there's a lot of good ones, like where you go. There's guys out there, man, cooking ridiculously good ribs and barbecue and all kinds of stuff. So awesome, it's a good vibe.
Man, and they friendly as hell, man.
Everybody's cool as hell, man. Everybody's cool as hell.
You introduce yourself, it'll be all love, buddy.
If you guys ever go to SoFi too, just go to Thunder Alley in the pink lot. And
I would love to go to SoFi, man.
Yeah. That stadium is incredible. That was the first time I went there. Was that Monday night Broncos game this year, and it's just an experience, man.
I know it.
Absolute experience. Like, that is an LA experience, in my opinion. Like, I was a season ticket holder for San Diego, never saw anything like that. Like, that is an experience there, man. So you guys, if you guys get out there to SoFi, go to that pink lot, Thunder Alley. You're gonna have a great time, dude. Great time. And by the way, just talking about food out there in Georgia. So I had a layover and every time, well, let me go back to this. In LA, I used to always go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles all the time, and that's the jam, man. It's sleepy food. After you eat that, you're done. Yep. You're ready to go to bed after that. But I remember I was at a layover in Atlanta, and I heard about Ludacris's restaurant there, Chicken and Beer, I think is what it's called.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo, man! I saw that Chicken and Waffles. I'm like, yep, I'm ordering that. Dude, I think about that Chicken and Waffles all the time, still, my friend. Because it was one of the best chicken and waffles I've ever had in my life. And I can imagine it only is from what I had at the airport in comparison to what's outside the airport.
Yeah, it's better outside the airport. I'm going to tell you, it's a place in Georgia. It's called, it's me and John will eat this every day. It's called This Is It. It's just soul food. It got a lot of stuff. I mean, it costs about $20 a plate, but me and John would eat it every day for lunch until we start gaining weight and had to stop.
Man, they didn't know my name. They just called me White Chocolate every day.
Yeah, they did.
No,
They're like, what does
every
this white
day.
dude keep coming in here for? I'm like,
man, the food's so good.
yeah,
Food
He
good.
just follow me in the
It's
parking lot,
amazing.
lady. I don't know him.
Yo, I'd be right.
Amazing.
I'd be right there with you guys, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
all
yeah.
about that food game, dude.
Definitely.
Food memories to me are major, man. So I'd
Yep.
be down. I'd be
Oh, yeah.
down.
Like traveling
yeah.
and like, you know, going to restaurants and stuff like that. It's like that's part of the experience. Like, you know,
Yep.
just like
100%.
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
100%.
That's what you got to do.
Apparently, strip clubs got good wings. Apparently, you know.
Dude, we got the best wings. But you shouldn't even be having your mind. I'm telling you, you won't be hungry. I don't care if your stomach is growling.
I know.
When you get in there,
I'm gonna be hungry and maybe thirsty too at the same time.
there you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
You're
There it is.
You're gonna be way
There it
more
is.
thirsty than hungry. Just know that.
Yeah.
Just don't bring in your ATM card. The amount of money you can spend, you take it out, you leave your card in the house. That's how you do it.
Cash
Yep.
only.
Be smart
Not
about it.
bring your card in with you
Yep.
because you spend your rent money in Atlanta. Trust me.
That's right.
Leave your card at home. Just take out the money you want to spend and leave that card in a sock in your hotel room. You'll be fine. And you might need that
Awesome.
sock when you get home.
Wise
Love
words,
it,
buddy.
guys.
Wise words.
That's right.
Man, dude, you know, wrap it up here, fellas. Man, I'm excited about this game this weekend, and I think it's going to be a fun one to watch. Like I said, my prediction is that it's going to be a little bit more high scoring than I anticipate. I expect I'm going to have free cardio. My heart's going to be pumping the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited just for this game all around, man. So, you know, once again, I want to thank you guys being on this podcast. John, Mike, out of your Falcon mind.
Man,
Man,
we love you
thank you.
guys.
Exactly.
We love you
Man.
guys. Look, and before I leave, I just want to say this to you all. I don't know your market for your podcast. So I don't know how many Charger podcasts it is. I don't know who's top ranked or not. I want to tell all the people who play this after they post it and the people who gonna listen to me live now. The Bolt Bro, like the production on this shit, and these two guys just are awesome. Like, this is the best Charger pod. I haven't heard the other ones, but fuck the other ones. I'm telling you, the Bolt Brothers is the best one. Because the production, the way, man, these guys, they know the sport of football. It's just football, like you can tell, and they know the players on their team, and they take this shit serious. You can tell by how they dress. They are like me and John. You see how we
There it
dress?
is.
No doubt.
Like,
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
it's just some cool shit all around. So shout out to y'all. And if y'all playing another Charger podcast, stop, turn it off. Ball rolls all the way.
There it is.
That's right.
No,
It is
no
the best
doubt.
one.
Same to you guys, man. Like, your first off, your guys' name of your podcast is killer. I mean, you guys.
That alone is like the tits right there, you know. So like, just like, like I mean, and people got to be out of their Falcon mind if they ain't listening to you guys, you know. Like,
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
And
Love
you
it.
guys love your team, and you guys love the game, and you guys know the game. You know your players. You know your history. We love it, man. And so you guys, any other Falcon fans out there, listen to any other podcast, dude, don't listen to those knuckleheads. Listen to these guys. Listen to these guys.
You heard
know
it
what
from
they're
the
talking
Bolt Bros, bro.
That's
you
right.
Heard it from you heard it from the goat's mouth themselves.
But
Yeah, man. We appreciate you having us,
guys
man.
so much.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for reaching
Anytime,
out. We
buddy, anytime.
we definitely got to do it again, though. Like,
yeah, definitely,
let's
man.
do it.
Please, man.
Yeah.
Even something to do, like even to say if we get an off-season talk or something like that.
Just
Let's
like,
do
say,
that.
like the draft special or something.
Anything, man.
Gotta do
Yeah,
something.
no doubt, man. No, it'd be
Absolutely.
great, man. Or Super Bowl. You know, we'll be playing you guys in the
Oh,
Super
hell
Bowl.
yeah.
Oh
There
yeah.
you go.
That'd be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Just
My
here in
prediction will
Arizona,
come
where
true.
I'm at. So,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go.
might be a different vibe if we're playing the Super
I was
Bowl
going to say
against
it'll be a
the-
whole other vibe.
It's gonna change
It's
up
gonna be
real
like,
quick.
Hey, what's up, man? yeah.
Well, let's wrap it up, fellas.
Yeah.
Man, I know it's late for you guys, but man, appreciate it once again, guys. Great to have out of your Falcon mind on this call, talking about the Chargers Falcons game this weekend. Once again, I'm here with my brother Kyle and my new brothers John and Mike. My older brother is out, Andrew. He's not able to make this call, but hopefully you guys will meet them soon.
Shout out to Andrew, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was
How could
chatting
you
out.
be
He
too
was chatting a
busy
bit.
for your brother, sir? We'll see you next time, buddy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my guys.
Yeah.
Great times, my friends. But once again, appreciate all the love, support, everything, guys. Share this video, like this video, subscribe if you guys like what you watched. But appreciate it, guys. Once again, Bolt Bros, we out, fellas. Let's go. Woo!